Hey monster dudes, monster girls, humans. I'm Viperous. I'm back again with another video. So I know I've been away for a while, but I'm back. So I did stream the Nintendo Direct yesterday morning, and I have to say I was kind of happy, but also disappointed near in the end. I'm making a mistake. I do like the games that they offer, like the Mario Kart World Tour, or I think it's called Tour World or something like that, or some BS like that. And we also got like the new Donkey Kong, which looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I like the graphics. I love the texture that of DK, and I do especially kind of like the feature about adding a mic to it where like it filters out the background noises and all that cool stuff. And it's pretty cool that they also have like a camera where you can actually post yourself too. But honestly, I wouldn't buy it because I don't want to dox myself. But I digress. I think it was pretty cool. All things considered, I'm not saying that it was a bad direct. Actually, it kind of did freeze during the middle of the the stream, which was pretty funny. But a lot of people kind of got mad. But and it was also nice seeing Kirby Air Ride being remade, which was awesome and glorious. But I digress. The reason I want to make this video was I am really disappointed on the price. It's almost nearly like $500 for this damn thing. $500. And to make matters even worse, look, I was thinking about buying it until I found out that this game was region locked. Yes, you heard that right. It was region locked. They want us to pay $500 for this. And I've seen people who are like, complain about the prices cheaper in Japan. Well, people fail to understand that Japan's a different country and the currency is really different over there, and there's a reason why that everything is so cheap over there. Actually, it's not just the console. If you go over to buy things from like Japan completely from over there, the prices is completely cheap. And because of the inflation that is caused over here in the West, because of the last president, is not just the tariffs. The tariffs is far from it. It's the inflation that was inflicted upon because of our old president signing stupid bills, but I digress. I'm not going to get too political about that. Let's just say our old president screwed us to the point where they wanted to fund wars instead of funding the people. But I'm not going to get into that moment. But I just wanted to share my thoughts on this. I just think it's stupid. It was such a downgrade. The Switch 2, it went with a lot of cool features, like adding new features, but it went for the huge downgrade. And by region locking the games, because we thought we were done with region locked back in 2017, but I guess not. Or I'm kind of puzzled here. Why would you want to spend $500 on a Switch 2 just to have be region locked, not to play your Japanese games or other cool stuff like that? It just makes no sense. Either localizers want to get into, probably wanted to region lock them so they won't play their game, or just mad because we won't play their games, I guess. I don't know. It probably could be that. But I just wanted to just say this. I am not buying this thing. I am not buying it. And a lot of reasons. I heard there was rumors going around believing that this game was all gonna be digital, which it is completely untrue. It was been disproven even on the direct. I never believed it, honestly. But regardless, the reason why I'm making this video is because I'm not buying this. If the game is not region free, is region locked or anything like that, like why would I want to pay $500 for this console? It's not that I can't afford it or anything, but if that wasn't bad enough, the games are costing $90, and that's the physical. The digital, they would charge you $80. It's unfucking believable. But here's the thing, I really, really get so annoyed by this. So they're announcing like remasters and all that cool stuff, which was really cool, like Bravely Default. But here's where I stand on this. And this is where I draw the line on this. So, you know how localizers ruined Nintendo throughout the years, like with the Pokemon Go situation where they turned everybody into like an ugly fat lesbian? And they turned what else? They retconned Vivian being supposedly from a cross-dresser to trans for some odd reason. Like the question is Nintendo ever going to take the localization serious? No, of course not. They're not going to take it serious. They're going to remake the stuff, try to appeal to the modern audience, and they're going to pull shit like this in the remake. And probably even the Japanese version, for all I care. And the question is, will they uncensor it? Of course not. Of course they're not going to of course they're not going to uncensor it. They're going to leave it censored. And we're going to be spending $100, almost nearly $100 for a game. Like, let that sink in, everybody. For a game that has been censored and bastardized. And this is one of the good examples because Bravely Default 2 had some cool costumes, which are Native American clothes, which was based. And guess what? They censored it. How much you want to bet that this remake is not going to have that? How much you want to bet? Because I'm seeing that localizers are going to still ruin the games. They're going to still spin the face of game developers and authors of the game. And people and consumers are still going to buy this game. Buy the console and still support them. And, you know, I'm kind of glad I'm not alone on this. I think $500 for a console is fucking ridiculous. And I know Sony tends to do the same thing. And I know Sony kind of did like with the 700 with that PS Plus thing that they did a while back, which was so insulting. It was like almost nearly $1,000 for it, and that didn't even include the memory card, which was so outrageous. But I just I don't feel like I want to spend anything on Nintendo anymore. Like I don't think I'm gonna buy the Switch 2. It's because like I could afford the console if I wanted to. I could easily pay $500 if I wanted to, or buy the games, but I just feel like Nintendo got very greedy, especially with the American markets. I just don't I just don't see it. I really feel like they don't care about the fans or consumers anymore, and I feel like it's just a bunch of trash and all this stuff. I mean, well then again, they're a company. Of course they're not gonna care about the people. They care about money. That is what it's always been. But I just don't. I don't think I'm gonna buy the Switch 2, especially with the prices being like $500 and $100 for the games and everything, and that doesn't even include the mic. The mic you got to pay like an extra 50, and the controllers too, and all that stuff. And I've already got like the Switch 1. The Switch 1 is better. You can play Japanese games and all that stuff, and then like now you got to pay $500 for a region locked Switch. Then you got to buy the Japanese version too. There's no point. There's no point in this. And now I feel like I don't really care if Nintendo goes out of business for this. I don't care if the Switch 2 is a commercial failure. Because people should be have rightfully have the rights to be really mad at this. And I don't blame them. Because I thought the games were great. And now I have to wait months for them to get cheaper. Or buy it secondhand or something, but I don't think I'm gonna buy the Switch 2. In all things considered, I think it's horrible. It's horrible what Nintendo's doing right now, and I just don't see a future. I really do believe the game crash is very near, and it's very close. I just don't have words to describe this, but tell me what you guys think. I just personally am just not gonna buy it. I just feel bad for people who are gonna buy this console and they're gonna defend it saying like, oh, you're just mad because you can't afford it. It's not that I can't afford it. I just think the price is unreasonable. The games are great, but the problem is, not only that, we're also gonna have to worry about the localization and bad translations and all this stuff and censorship of Native American clothes and games. Like, one's gotta ask himself this. Is this even worth it? is it worth throwing $100 on a censored game at this point? Just be real with me. Because I'm not going to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars for each game now. It's it's so embarrassing. Especially when the games are censored and not paying respect to the author. I mean, like I just can't. But until then, I'm done rambling on. So what do you guys think about the situation? I'm not gonna do it. If you guys want to buy the console, all the power to you. You do what you think is best. For me, I'm not necessarily boycotting them. I'm more like I'm not gonna buy this console. That's it. It's not worth it. It's not worth the price. It's not worth it. It's like fuck that. But until then, Viperous, I'm out. Like, subscribe. But until then, peace.